All right, buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into a debate that's been shaking the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Goku versus Saitama.
The ultimate showdown.
Could this ultimate anime showdown actually happen?
Yeah.
You sent in this YouTube video imagining the brawl to end all brawls, and let me tell you, it's got all the right moves.
I've seen it.
Explosions, power-ups, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
But is there any real basis for it?
It's a fascinating question.
Yeah.
And you're not alone in wondering.
Right.
This face-off embodies a question that has resonated with anime fans for years. Who reigns supreme?
For sure.
But you're right to point out, the video is one fan's interpretation.
Yeah.
A fun hypothetical.
Exactly. So we're here to break it down.
Love it.
We'll unpack the arguments in the video, add a layer of analysis, sprinkle in that deep dive magic, and see what conclusions we can draw.
I'm ready.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
So right from the get-go, we run into a fundamental difference in how these universes operate,
Totally.
which the video highlights well.
Yeah, it does a good job with that.
Dragon Ball Z is all about power levels, constantly escalating, always reaching for that next level of strength.
It's true.
Remember those scouters?
Oh, yeah, how could I forget?
The ones that exploded when a power level was too high?
Yeah, when Vegeta...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Dragon Ball Z in a nutshell.
Basically.
One Punch Man, on the other hand,
Completely
it
different.
throws the whole idea of power scaling out the window.
Drop the window. Yeah.
So to even start talking about who wins,
Right.
we need to ask,
Why?
could a fight even happen,
Right.
given the rules of their respective worlds?
That's the million-dollar question.
It really is.
And to get there, we've got to look at each fighter.
Okay.
First up, the Saiyan raised on Earth, Goku.
Ah, Goku takes you right back, doesn't it?
Oh, it does every time.
The little Saiyan warrior who crash-landed on Earth, destined to conquer it,
World domination.
until a bump on the head totally changed his trajectory.
Yeah, talk about a twist of fate.
Right.
A little concussion, turning a potential world ender into the pure-hearted, food-loving fighter we know and love.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. Exactly.
Yeah.
But that Saiyan blood
Oh, yeah.
is still pumping, driving him to test his limits against any opponent who comes his way.
And boy, does he push those limits. I mean, the transformations alone are legendary.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Each one is a visual spectacle.
Mm,
A&D will leap forward in power.
for sure. Like that first glimpse of primal Saiyan power. Oh,
A great ape?
right.
Or Uzuju giant, furry, all-powerful rage monster?
You can't talk about Dragon Ball Z without mentioning that one.
Absolutely not.
It's our introduction to the raw, untamed power hidden within the Saiyan bloodline. The full moon acts as a trigger, transforming Goku into a colossal ape with a massive strength boost. Though control goes out the window,
Yeah, that's the problem.
often as dangerous to his allies as his enemies.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then there's the moment Goku first went Super Saiyan.
Oh, man.
Talk about an iconic anime
No, I
moment.
might get chills just thinking about it.
Blonde, spiky hair, glowing aura.
You knew things were about to get real.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's practically enshrined in anime history. Pushed to his absolute limit against Frieza Goku's rage explodes and bam.
Super Saiyan. His power multiplies exponentially. It's
Yeah.
a pivotal moment visually and narratively. And of course, that was just the beginning.
Oh yeah, he doesn't stop there. Super Saiyan levels 2 and 3.
Each one more visually impressive, more powerful than the last. Talk about your classic shonen power escalation.
Right, so Goku going Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3 total shonen power move.
Absolutely.
But then things get even wilder.
Even wilder.
When we hit Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue,
Oh, yeah.
it's not just about powering up anymore.
It's a whole new ballgame.
He's tapping into divine energy.
The video really captures the awe of those forms.
I know, right?
Super Saiyan God with its fiery red aura. Super Saiyan Blue with its crackling blue energy.
It's like he's reached a whole new level of existence.
He's gone from a scrappy kid to something almost godlike.
And then we reach what many consider the pinnacle of Goku's power.
At least so far.
Ultra Instinct.
This is where it gets really interesting. Because Ultra Instinct isn't just another power boost.
What is it then?
It's a complete transformation of his fighting style.
Like, how so?
Imagine this: Goku's body moves on its own,
What?
reacting with almost impossible speed and precision. He's become one with the flow of combat.
So, like, he's not even thinking anymore.
So you got it.
Just reacting instinctively.
It's like his body's just reacting to every single thing
Wow,
before it even happens.
that's amazing.
The video emphasizes how, at this level, Goku's almost untouchable.
It's got to be an incredible thing to see.
It's a fascinating concept to explore because it transcends the typical power levels we see in Dragon Ball. It's about achieving a state of perfect instinct and awareness.
Which, you gotta admit, is pretty darn cool.
It's amazing.
And it makes Goku such a compelling character, right?
Totally.
The ultimate underdog who never gives up no matter how impossible the odds. He embodies this relentless pursuit of self-improvement,
Totally.
always striving to be better, stronger.
Absolutely. He's the embodiment of that shonen spirit we were talking about. But it's also worth noting that this constant need for a challenge, for a greater opponent,
Right.
could be seen as a potential weakness.
Oh, interesting.
After all, if there's no challenge, is there any growth?
Which leads us to the million-dollar question, or maybe
Okay.
the million-punch question in this case.
I like that.
What happens when Goku's never-ending quest for a good fight leads him to the doorstep of Saitama,
Oh.
the One-Punch Man?
Now, there's a study in contrast.
Right.
Goku's story is a symphony of escalating power and hard-won victories, while Saitama's is a hilarious yet thought-provoking exploration of what happens when you reach the pinnacle of strength with almost laughable ease.
Okay, picture this.
Okay.
You're just an average guy, maybe a little bored with life when you decide, hey, I want to be a hero,
I've been there.
but not just any hero.
Right.
The strongest there is.
Okay.
Sounds like a typical superhero origin story, right?
I'd say so.
Well, that's where Saitama's story takes a sharp turn into the lane of absurdity.
Yeah, he takes a left turn at Albuquerque.
Instead of intense training montages with wise old masters and mystical artifacts, Saitama's path to ultimate power is shockingly simple.
Yeah, you could say that.
Almost mundane, really.
Yeah.
This guy decides to do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run
Every day.
every single day.
Wow.
No breaks even in the summer heat. Can you believe that workout routine?
It's dedication.
Right.
Dedication is an understatement,
And the video subtly hints at the sheer insanity of it all.
as it should.
And what's the result of this insane regimen? He loses all his hair.
All of it.
But hey, at least he achieved his goal, right?
He did.
He becomes so strong he can defeat any opponent with, you guessed it, just one punch.
One punch is all it takes.
One Punch Man. A title earned through pure, unadulterated, and frankly absurd strength.
It really is something.
The video really leans into the humor here, contrasting Saitama's ridiculous training with his nonchalant attitude and completely unmatched power.
Oh, yeah. He's just like, oh, another monster. One punch.
It's like he breaks the system of power scaling, becomes a walking, talking, punching paradox.
Yeah, it's like he's playing a different game.
And the video highlights this perfectly, like when Saitama casually obliterates that city-sized meteor with, what else? One punch?
Like it was nothing.
Or remember his encounter with the King of the Deep Sea. This terrifying monster emerges from the depths ready to wreak havoc, and Saitama turns him into a sad, soggy fish out of water.
Poor guy never stood a chance.
Don't forget about his hilarious stint with the Hero Association.
Oh, yeah?
He aces every physical test imaginable, shatters records left and right, yet somehow bombs the written exam.
Classic Saitama.
It's comedy gold, and it really underscores the core of his character.
It really does.
Saitama's strength is so ridiculous, so far beyond any measurable scale, that it becomes a joke in itself.
It does make you think.
And this is where the creator of One Punch Man makes such a brilliant commentary on the shonen genre as a whole.
Oh, tell me more about this.
Well, think about it.
Okay.
Shonen anime is often built on this idea of constantly striving for more power, always chasing the next level.
That's true.
But Saitama throws that entire concept on its head. He's already reached the pinnacle of strength, and the result is boredom.
Really makes you think, huh?
He's a character who's achieved the ultimate goal and found it to be a little hollow.
I feel that.
It's a satirical take on those classic power fantasies.
That's a really interesting perspective. I never thought about it like that.
So we've got Goku, driven by the thrill of pushing his limits, always seeking a greater challenge.
Mhm.
And then we have Saitama, who's already at the top, feeling a sense of existential boredom,
Yeah, poor Saitama.
longing for a fight that might actually make him break a sweat.
I know, right?
Which brings us to the heart of your question. What happens when these two seemingly incompatible forces collide?
I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Yeah, because the video doesn't shy away from the big question.
Okay.
In a one-on-one brawl, who takes the win?
Yeah.
Goku or Saitama?
It's the question everyone wants answered.
And the video's answer is,
Drum roll, please.
perhaps unsurprisingly, to some,
Right.
Saitama,
One punch.
one punch. That's it.
That's how he rolls.
I don't know, that feels a little anticlimactic.
I can see that.
Especially considering Goku's track record. I mean, this is a guy who always finds a way to win.
It's true.
Even when the odds are totally stacked against him.
That's precisely the point the video seems to be making.
Okay.
Saitama's power isn't just great.
Right.
It's presented as a gag, a comedic absurdity. He's the ultimate outlier in the world of anime power scaling. No matter how strong Goku gets,
Okay.
no matter how many transformations he unlocks, the implication is that Saitama will always be one step ahead.
So are you saying...
One punch is all it takes.
But you've hit on something crucial here.
Okay.
Something the video only touches upon.
What's that?
It's not just about brute strength with Goku, is it?
True. He's got a lot of heart, too.
It's his unwavering determination. His ability to adapt and overcome any obstacle. He embodies that never-give-up spirit.
You're right.
It's like those classic comic book crossovers, you know?
I know exactly what you mean.
You pit Superman against the Hulk, and
right.
everyone argues about who'd win.
Of course.
But it's really about seeing these iconic characters interact, their different worlds colliding.
It's about the what-if factor.
Exactly.
The fun of imagining these impossible scenarios.
And this debate about Goku versus Saitama,
Yeah.
it's a testament to the impact these characters have had. We're still talking about them, still fascinated by their potential, even decades after they were created.
It's true. They've become cultural icons.
It's the mark of a good story, right?
Definitely.
It sticks with you, keeps you thinking, even after you've reached the end.
It's that staying power. You know,
For sure.
the ability to capture our imaginations for years to come.
And this video we're diving into,
Yeah.
it sparks that kind of engagement. It's a love letter to Dragon Ball Z and One Punch Man.
It really is.
Packed with action and humor, but it also subtly makes us reflect on why we're drawn to these stories in the first place.
It makes you think.
What's the core appeal?
Right.
What keeps us coming back for more?
What is it about these stories that resonates so deeply?
Are we drawn to the spectacle of ever-increasing power?
The thrill of the fight.
The thrill of watching characters like Goku shatter their limits time and time again?
It's always exciting to see what they'll do next.
Or do we find solace in the absurdity of it all?
The humor.
The comedic relief of a character like Saitama who breaks the power scaling mold entirely.
Saitama's like a breath of fresh air in a genre obsessed with power levels.
It really is.
He's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful force is a good laugh.
Maybe it's a little of both.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the contrast that truly grabs us. The epic, hard-fought battles of Goku against the effortless victories of Saitama.
I see what you're saying.
The hero who never stops striving versus the one who's already reached the pinnacle and is trying to find meaning in it all.
It's a fascinating dichotomy.
It really is.
On one hand, you have Goku, the eternal
Yes.
optimist, always pushing forward.
Yeah.
And on the other, you have Saitama grappling with the weight of his own immense power.
And that's the beauty of this debate. There's no single right answer, no definitive winner.
Exactly.
It comes down to personal interpretation, what resonates with each individual viewer.
It's subjective.
And that's what makes this deep dive so interesting, right?
Absolutely.
We're not just here to say who would win in a fight.
There's more to it than that.
We're exploring the themes, the ideas these characters represent.
We're going beyond the surface level.
Right.
Delving into the heart of what makes these characters so compelling.
So as we wrap up,
Yeah.
we're left with this.
Okay.
If you were writing this fight, how would it play out?
Oh, that's a good one.
What rules would you follow, or would you toss them out the window?
Would you try to make it a fair fight, or would you just let chaos reign?
Would you give Goku a brand new transformation, something to finally challenge Saitama's boundless strength?
Ooh, a new transformation.
Yeah.
That's intriguing.
Or would you lean into the humor, concoct a scenario so outlandish it leaves everyone, even Saitama himself, scratching their heads in disbelief?
I could see that turning into some really great comedy.
Right?
Like maybe they end up having a cook-off instead of a fight.
Now that's an episode I would watch.
Who makes the better ramen, Goku or Saitama?
The possibilities are endless.
Truly endless.
And the best part?
What's that?
There's no wrong answer. The real fun lies in the exploration. The imaginative leaps at the sheer joy of bringing these two titans together in our minds.
It's all about using your imagination, having fun with it.
Exactly. Maybe your version of this epic showdown will be the one that finally settles the debate.
Or maybe it'll just spark even more debate.
Or just maybe it'll spark a whole new wave of discussion and interpretation.
Which is the beauty of it all.
And isn't that the magic of a good story?
It's what keeps us coming back for more.
It stays with you long after it's over, inviting you to keep the conversation going, to imagine the possibilities.
And who knows, maybe someday we'll get to see this showdown play out on screen for real.
One can only hope. Until then, keep those theories coming, and we'll catch you in the next deep dive.